Hey everyone, welcome back to Nat Joe's Caffeinated Library. This week we are doing another tag video because I found a couple good ones that I really wanted to do. This tag video is called the Beauty and the Beast tag. Beauty and the Beast is probably my favorite Disney movie of all time. So when I saw this one, I didn't even care what the questions are. I'm super stoked. I love Beauty and the Beast. Belle is my hero. Do you want to hear a funny story about when I was a child? And how my family are assholes. So I dressed up as Belle for Halloween one year when I was like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, something like that. And I did not know that Belle had a name. I thought her name was Beauty. Don't ask me why. I watched the movie constantly, so I don't know why I never picked up the name Belle, but I didn't. Thought her name was Beauty. So I walked around all of Halloween, 2 family parties and trick-or-treating, plus the school parade thing that they have you do, saying that I'm Beauty. And everybody just looking at me like I'm stupid. And not one family member could be bothered to be like, hey, her name's Belle. Nope. They just let me go for about a week straight being like, I'm Beauty. I'm being Beauty for Halloween. And everybody thinking I'm just a really... So that's a funny story about how my family sucks. The first question is a tale of oldest time. Name a popular theme or trope or setting that you will never get bored of reading. And that's probably going to be, I'm probably going to have to go with enemies to lovers. I love that trope so much. I feel like if you do it well, like if you do like a really good enemies, like and drawn out to lover, like enemies to frenemies to lovers, it's so good because you get so much more character development and you get so much more relationship building in those tropes than you do with the other ones. And I just really like it. Question 2 is Belle. And that's a book that you bought purely because it was beautiful, but then ended up being really beautiful on the inside too. And I'm going to have to go with Bone Witch for that one. I really knew nothing about this book other than the cover was fantastic and the tagline of I didn't mean to raise my brother from the dead was hilarious. And that was the whole reason I bought the book. And the book ended up being so freaking good, I can't even describe how, surprising this book was. So, Bone Witch for sure. So, question 3 is The Beast, a book that you didn't really expect a whole lot out of, but ended up being really pleasantly surprised by. Probably going to have to go with The Obsidian Tower on this one. I really didn't know what to expect reading that book. It sounded interesting, but I wasn't like, oh my god, by the, synopsis or anything. Just seemed like a kind of interesting medieval magical mystery book. But yeah, no, that book was so... that needs a sequel to get on it because that was amazing. But I was very wonderfully surprised by how great that book was because it was very I wouldn't say it was an underwhelming synopsis, but I was just like, that's cool. But it was so understated for how great that book was. So number 4 is Gaston, which is a book that everybody else loves that you don't really. And I'm trying to think of one that I've read that I didn't enjoy against the crowd opinion, and I can't really think of one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if I have one. I feel like most books I've picked up recently, I really actually ended up enjoying them. For the most part, I can't really think of one right now that has a popular enough following that I would have an unpopular opinion on. I don't really know. So number 5 is LeFou, which is a loyal sidekick where you end up loving more than the main or their counterpart. I'm gonna go with Harry Potter on that one. Sorry, Harry, Hermione. If you didn't have Hermione, you wouldn't have done shit. Chosen boy and all that crap aside, Hermione saved your ass. So I loved Hermione. Hermione and Ron. Harry was nothing without Hermione and Ron. The fact that he was the chosen boy, the chosen boy did nothing for him other than give him a cool scar and celebrity status. Yeah, the real work behind that was Hermione and Ron. So number 6 is Mrs. Potts, Chips, Lumiere, Cogsworth. It's a book that helped you get through a difficult time or taught you something really valuable. I'm probably going to go back to my tried and true favorite, the Green Rider series. I picked that book up when I was in junior high, and I read it through high school because the wait time between books is extensive. So that book lived with me through junior high and high school. And I was going through some stuff during those years, and it gave me a world to just sink into, and then like just it really just helped me escape, which I really needed back then. And it just has a really special place in my heart because of that, I think. So number 7 is There's Something There, which is a Booker series that you really weren't that into, but it picked up as it got towards the end. I think I'm gonna go with the Shadow and Bone series. Like, it was good. Like the first couple of books were all right. The second one was less so. But like it was all right. Like, it was a really simple read. I think it was on the younger end of the young adult scale. And I think I might have just been a little bit too mature of a reader to really enjoy it as much as some other people did. Like, I still got it. Like, I still enjoyed it. But it wasn't like... But then, as I kept reading the series, it got so much better with the Six of Crow duology, and the King of Scars is like... So definitely, like, as it got on, her writing got a lot better, and I just really started enjoying them a lot more. They also got a little bit more mature, which I think helped. So yeah, the Shadow of Bone universe, for sure. Number 8, and the last question, is Be Our Guest, and that's a fictional character that you would love to have over for dinner. Oh my god, there's so many. Hang on, I gotta really think about this one. Okay, I got it, I think. If I could have any fictional character over for dinner to pick their brain and talk about their life, I think my character would have to be Lisa from Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Rider series. I pronounce it Lisa. When I listened to the audiobook, it was pronounced Lessa. I'm just going to go with Lisa because Lessa sounds weird to my brain. But Lisa. Lisa from the Dragon Rider Pern series. I loved her character so much when I first read the books. She was like a strong, independent, kick-ass, take-no-bullshit female character in a sci-fi fantasy book. And I freaking loved it. And it was one of my earlier pickups, I guess. How old was I when I read those books? Oh my lord, I think I was in like elementary school when I first picked up the Dragon Rider books. Yeah, guys, I remember I was reading, like, it was a collection of short stories that we had to read for class, and one of the short stories was an Anne McCaffrey short story, which I have finally found. Years later, I found it. But that one, like, dude, it gripped me by the soul and yanked me into the reading world. That one little, like, 2-page short story dangled the, like, gloriousness of reading in front of me, and I gobbled it up so fast, because I just remember I was that kid with my grandma who went to the library and was like, hey, librarian, I read a short story about a girl who talks to dragons, and they were, like, living in a cave, maybe, and the dragons were telepathic. And just, like, waited for her to tell me the title, and I probably spent like a good week, 2 weeks trying to find this author, because I didn't even know who the author was. And this little librarian, I remember she took my grandma's phone number and she called me back later, and she had Anne McCaffrey's name, and that was what started it all. So if I could ever talk to any character, it'd probably be Lisa, because she was really the one that, like, started it all with the dragons and the fantasy and the reading, and yeah, Lisa. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This was kind of a fun one. Let me know how you guys feel about the tag videos. If you have other tag videos you want me to do, or if you want me to stop doing them or whatever, just let me know. I will see you guys on the next video.